Welcome, celestial beings. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. This is going to be a general reading for the collective, so not all messages will resonate with anyone. Well, with everyone. Sorry about that. Take what resonates and just leave the rest. There are some interesting things in the description box for you guys. If you want to continue to support the channel, you can like, share, comment, and even subscribe if you haven't done so already. With the cameras off, I have taken care of everything that needs to be taken care of, and when I turn the cameras on, I am ready to get down to business. So, collective, the energies that I am picking up on is, and it feels like that this is kind of like a continuation of my Enough is Enough video. So if you're interested in hearing that message, please go watch that. But I really feel like somebody is so much into making sure that this is their era of being in peace, being unbothered, not worrying about what's going on in the world, not worrying about the things that you cannot personally change, not worrying about the things, I don't know. I just feel like your energy is not in a conundrum like a whole bunch of people's energy is at this moment in time. I just feel like that you just don't have time for it. I do feel like that there's been a lot going on, not only with you and those in your close circles, but just in general, there is a lot that's been going on. These back and forth and these arguments and, you know, the bickering and the nag and all that it's definitely shine some lights on some things. And for some of my collective, it is really outlining the fact that there's some changes that need to be made, some drastic changes that need to be made, because you don't have time for it. You're not going to put up with it no longer, you know. So if you have been putting up with it, you're done. You're done. Because just like previously, we got the, okay, I can't do this no more. I'm putting up my boundaries. I'm setting, I've reached my limit. And then this is coming from the bottom of the deck. I need something different. I need change. I need a do-over. I got to let some things go so I can start over, right? Because we're tired of this. I'm still pulling from the bottom of the deck. We're tired of this. Nobody's paying attention to anybody. Everything else has, you know, other people's attention, and the attention is not in the right place. It's not focused on the right person. There's no interest there any longer. Just all of the things. And instead of just constantly putting up with it and just taking it, again, there's a drastic change that need to be made. Some of you guys is getting out of this situation, period. Okay? There is no longer anything that makes sense for you to stick around, whether this is personal relationships, whether these are jobs, whether these are owning businesses, however this situation resonates with you. The chaos and the nonsense and the disruption of your life and being able to live and be able to feel free, you can't immerse yourself in those type of energies any longer. And this is where you feel like you gotta do something different. You gotta do something different. So I just wanted to make sure I had the right one. With this change and with this new beginning, because you created this, you said enough is enough. You don't want to end it. You know, these other energies that don't, it's not necessary. Okay, you can't survive like this, and you don't want to constantly be in survival mode, right? So now you have options. You have options on what direction you want to go in. You have options on where you want to focus your energy on. You have options on what it is that you actually want to do. It's like when you cut out this energy that is not serving you or serving your purpose, or you can't grow any longer, and all of these things. Because see, for a lot of you guys, some of you are stagnant because this energy is holding you back. You're not able to grow. You're not able to progress. It has you really stuck, right? That's why we're having to change these things in our life. There's no options. There is no options, because other than that, you're going to be in flight or fight mode, continuously. And like, hey, some of you guys may, everything that's going on around you, some of you guys may have been recently diagnosed with PTSD. Stuff like that. Stuff that you can't do it anymore. It's too much, right? And when you do make these changes and you break free because you finally realize that what? Your peace is more important. Okay, you're protecting yourself too, right? No more nonsense. Okay, so when you get there, right, if you're not already there, this is what it's gonna feel like. One big celebration. We're celebrating my freedom. We're celebrating my peace, and that's what it's feeling like. Okay, with these changes from whomever this is resonating with in the collective, there will be new plans. There will be new things that you want to experience in places that you want to go, and other even, probably broadening or widening or making your social groups bigger. You want to get out there more because you just feel different. You feel new. You feel you have more energy now, because your energy is no longer being scattered to all these random places that's not serving you. It's intentional now is what I'm getting. Okay, some of you guys, this is just some type of evolution, some type of ascension, some type of breakthrough and spiritual clarity that happened for you, that you're seeing now, that's where you want to be. So that's happening, but it's all because of something that you was willing to let go of, that just was not serving you any longer. It was just you realize it was really holding you back, and you wouldn't get any further. So now you're investing more wisely where you put in your time, what you want to see in your life, because now you're going to plant the right seeds for this new foundation of how you want to live. Okay, so yeah, and with that being said, now that you know that your peace is more important, the things that you're going to do now is going to be more geared toward you, celebrating you, right? Recognizing yourself. And if other people are not doing it, you're definitely in the mindset of making sure you do it for yourself, celebrating yourself. Okay, because we're done with this. We're done of feeling lost, lonely, confused, saddened by the other energies and vibrations that people are bringing to you. These are not your own. These are not your own energies. These are I can't even think of the lows, but these are other people's lows, and these are other people's energies that are trying to bring you down, keep you down in that stagnant energy that you've been feeling, right? You're getting it from other people for the things that they don't have, for the losses that they have suffered. And what? Misery likes company. So that's what they're bringing to you and in your life. So what we're doing is when we're moving forward in this other direction and causing this change in our lives, we're causing for new beginnings, new things to freely flow into you. Okay, for some this may get a little bit overwhelming, because once you let go of what was holding you back, you're more open, or you have been more open for other opportunities to flow in. Okay, the things that you want to actually have for yourself can come in now. Okay, because whatever that was keeping you stuck, it's not there anymore, right? So we might have packed some bags. We might have handed in our resignations. We might have took a long trip alone, plane, train, car, and did a lot of thinking, and came to the conclusion, no more. You wanted something different. You want something different. You want this peace and you want this freedom that you know that you can have without any outside influences, without anybody else's influences. You no longer are thinking too much with your heart, right? And letting it get you into some problems. You see, some of y'all, this has put you in a different position and got you a little bit colder. Some of y'all a little bit quick-witted right now, right? Some of y'all are guarding your emotions, and unfortunately right now is not the time to be coming up against you. Now is not the time to be popping off out the mouth saying reckless type things and not thinking that you're going to say something back. That's not you right now. Right now you're being very truthful. You're being very blunt. You're being very straightforward because you're tired. You're tired. It's a new day. It's a new beginning. It's new things that you want. You're getting yourself out of this cycle. You're getting yourself out of this loop of repeating the same things over and over and over again. For some of you guys, because of the moments of stagnancy and feeling stagnant, you may have felt like you've been going through some type of karmic loop, right? Or some type of karmic cycle, you know, because I don't know, maybe you're thinking you brought this on yourself, right? Maybe you're thinking this is some type of punishment or something for you, right? When the whole time it was all about perspective and all about letting go of what no longer serves you. But it's the mindset. It was the mindset keeping you in this continuous cycle of, one, thinking you deserve what was coming at you, and two, that this is just how your life was going to be. So I feel like with the awareness that you have now, you're going to come out of this, okay? And it's not what you thought or perceived that it was. Actually, you actually could make a change. You actually could do something different, okay? Because you are aware now that you have options. Again, here, we leveling up. We've leveled up, okay? We changed our perspective. We changed our mindset. We're changing. We are, right? So if you haven't already made that shift, for sure, you're definitely making that shift because you already said your peace is more important. And whatever you have to do to get there and maintain it and keep that peace is what you're going after, okay? Some of you guys are leaning toward spirituality and your beliefs and religion and faith, and that has all helped you get this far, this much further, okay? So you can be sitting here again with your peace, knowing that you have everything that you need, knowing that everything is provided, knowing that your foundation is stable. This is all that is for. Because things was feeling a little shaky and rocky, and some things may have been falling apart. But you knew what needed to be cut out. You knew what needed to be let go of. And that was the mission. And that is why you are here. Uh-oh, let me get the card. Look, by any means necessary, I promise. I promise you don't want to go backwards. I promise you don't want to stay stuck. I promise this piece looks better than what's been handed to you or what you've been going through here recently. Just knowing that you do have options, because see, you have options now because you're seeing clearer now. So then you know there's more out there afforded to you. You didn't think that at first, and that's okay. But you shifted that mindset. You started thinking differently. And now you have options, okay? Back to, because your peace is important. More important, okay? So just make sure, because, okay, so let's just put this out here. Well, what was going on at first, it was some stuff lost, okay? Your peace, for one, causing you not to be able to get the rest that you need so you can keep coping and keep making it and keep defending and, making sure that you protecting yours, right? Okay. So making sure that your mind is in a good place, your body is rested, your soul is at ease, right? This is a reminder that you got to make sure that this is kept up, because this is the most important, because you're going to have to be able to function, one, to keep it going, two, so you can see all the beautiful and loving things that you have waiting for you, that you're now more open to and that you see differently. Okay, that perspective change. So how are you going to enjoy any of that stuck in a bed, stuck in a hospital bed, stuck somewhere not being able to move or cope, stuck in fear, stuck in depression, anxiety, stuck in stress? As far as I can see it, you said enough. You said not today and no longer. Okay, you had an epiphany, right? You wanted different. You shifted your mindset. You changed your perspective about it all. You wanted something new. You wanted something different. So that's what you're working toward. That's where you are. And that's what's coming in. Okay? We're going to have times where things and people and stuff from the past is going to want to come back and see if you're going to, slip up and go back that way. It's nothing wrong with being nostalgic, but we not falling for it. Because why? Because we don't want to get back in those cycles. We don't want to get back in a loop. We done with loops. So, if you don't have to look back, don't look back. All right? If you don't have to look back, don't look back. This is all about fulfilling your dreams. Making sure that your wishes for yourself come true. Or having faith that the things that you're putting out there are coming true. Or even actually see the results of those things coming true. That's what this is. And I feel like the stagnancy was just all some sort of fear of the unknown. Okay? It's going to be all right. You're going to be okay. As long as you keep that same focus and this new mindset, acknowledging what it was, right? Making yourself aware that you know what it was. Making yourself aware that you know the reasoning now why you must do this for yourself. You get it now. Because you changed how you thought. You looked at it from a different perspective. And you realized it just was not working for you. Relationship, job, business, or however this pertains to you. It wasn't working out. It was something that you could no longer just turn a blind eye to, brush off, or any of that. You had to actually acknowledge it. And if you haven't acknowledged it, if you haven't held yourself accountable, right? And if you don't accept that things were what they were, but you have the ability to change it to what you want it to be, you got some more work to do. You got some more work to do. For my people who've already been through that step, seen things for what they were, took accountability, you are very aware of how it happened and what happened. And that's why this is very important. You good. You good. The biggest part of that is over. The biggest part of the acceptance is over. It's time for you to go ahead and live. It's time for you to go ahead and be in peace. It's time for you to go ahead and do you the way you want to do you, in the form, in the fashion that fits you. Okay? And the only thing about it is, sometimes this doing you energy is kind of non-committal, or you probably burn out real quick. You You know, when you're passionate about it, and hey, you're going to do all these things. You got all these things lined up and da, da, da. Then you start working on it. Then that passion and that enthusiasm fades, right? The downside of this energy is not being committed to making sure you see this through. The upside of this is to keep that same enthusiasm and make sure you make it. So you can definitely make this work for you or not work for you. Just don't burn out knowing that you got all these options, knowing all the things that you want to do now, knowing that, you know, you can have a lot of things lined up, but we got to make sure that we do. A lot of times I always say that this is the card of confusion sometimes, right? And sometimes it feels like this when we're not, what can I say? How can I say that? There needs to be some type of focus in these options, doing these things, having all these choices to make, right? It's got to be some kind of way, somehow, you're figuring out the thing and really working through it to completion. Instead of jumping into many things and having some things just fall to the wayside, never get completed, stuff get messed up that way, you know, having 18,000 tabs open and none of those tabs in your tab brain are completed and closed out. That type of situation, having too much going on. I could put it like that, just having too much going on. So just make sure that, you know, we respect our minds, we respect our feelings. We try not to do too much at one time, but we do get things accomplished, okay? Again, leading up to that burnout. And just whatever you do, let's just focus on not tricking ourselves into thinking we don't have. Tricking ourselves into thinking that, how can I put this? You don't want, I think it's more in regards to the having too many things to try to focus on and trying to find the focus, right? And we might lose ourselves in that. We might start thinking things are not working for us, but we haven't given that one thing all the time and attention and love and passion and all, you know, we hadn't put all that into that. So it looks like nothing is coming together. That's why we got to pick and choose, fully complete some things so we can see the progress, or it's going to look like no progress. And then we're going to start playing mind games with ourselves, okay? Thinking that we're not worthy and, you know, all that kind of stuff. When all the while it was just, we were just doing too much, too fast, okay? All right, let's get some more cards down here to close out this reading. So just like you're, you know, you being put in the forefront right now, you being recognized, even if you recognizing yourself, it says some well-deserved rewards is in store here for you. I say yes, because why? You've done the work. You're doing the work, and it's going to pay off. That's what it said. That's what it said. That's the message. Why? Because we're moving on from that stuff that was going on before, because our peace is more important. That's what we said. Our peace is more important, and only for in order for us to be able to maintain that, in order for us to have that freedom that we're searching for, we got to move on from the things that kept us stuck and stagnant, unhappy, doing the back and forth, the arguments, the just staying just low. We got to get away from that. So we move away from that and we move toward the things that we're working on. We're changing. We going for the new. We want something different. Our mindset is changing. Our perception has changed. It's all for the best. It's all for the better. It's all for you to truly get to where you want to be in life. Right? That's what this is. This is what we want. Because you made too many sacrifices to get through and to get where you are. Okay? Those sacrifices are not being unnoticed, because that's why you're ready to have, or you are living in, or about to receive this well-deserved reward for your efforts, for the work that you have put in, for everything that you have fought for. Because you never was playing around. You figured it out. And everything that you are manifesting is right in front of you. Because you shifted that perspective. You're thinking more clearly. You're more open. Your peace is more important. Let's do one more. And I'm going to not worry about y'all, because y'all got this. Because this shows change. This shows change. This is nothing but change. I don't feel like I need to say, some of y'all not going to make. No, this is all about the change you've already made. This is about the discussions that's already been had. This is all about the action that you've already put toward everything. Okay? Continue to have patience with yourself, and continue to have patience that you will see the results. Okay? This is just confirming that we don't want to be in our mind thinking things are not working out and things are not progressing, because we got to focus on that thing at a time to see the progress, instead of having so many things open, like I was trying to explain. Okay? Give yourself grace, have patience. It all is working out. So I'm not worried about y'all. I know y'all got this. Until next time, I love you, I love you, I love you.